Hi guys, after a very long time I was planning to upload this video from so many days, but it took me a lot of time. I'm so sorry for that. Yeah, so in this video I have analyzed both shift 1 and shift 2 previous year physics ka questions I have analyzed. So I have analyzed it on the following basis, that is a comparison between how many questions have come from class 11 and 12, then from which chapters most of the questions have been asked, and what was the difficult level, what kind of questions were asked, and what are the most repeated concepts. By the end of this video you'll kind of have analysis of which chapters you should start with or which chapters deserves the maximum revision, and also by the end of this video I'll be sharing a 15 days preparation roadmap which will help you to maximize your score. So first of all, let us understand what is the overall structure of this paper. So one thing I have noticed is that both the shifts were very balanced according to class 11th and 12th. Okay, there is not a huge biased difference between 11th and 12th. So in shift 1 the distribution was almost equal, but in shift 2 there were a little more number, like class 12th ka thoda zyada tha. So the biggest mistake if you are doing is that only preparing class 12th, like okay, you cannot ignore class 11th also. And after this I saw that which are the chapters जिसमें से क्वेश्चन ज़्यादा repetitively आए हैं. So I saw that current electricity in both of the shifts had a higher number of questions. Okay, like questions were coming from internal resistance, parallel combination, conductivity, resistance, and Ohm's law. So if you prepare current electricity, this will give you many marks. Also, questions came from electrostatics and capacitors. These questions were almost straightforward, directly formula based kind of questions were there. So if you know the concepts in the formula, as I've told you in previous video as well, you can do it directly. Then I noticed ray optics. From ray optics almost questions were like from lens formula, reflection, magnification, and lens combination. You don't have to go through any kind of derivations, just direct applications of the formula. So make sure you go through formulas and the concepts very well. And then I also noticed one thing from the class 11th, very unexpected, is that mechanical properties of solids. This is the kind of a chapter which most of us will be ignoring. And there were a lot of questions like stress, strain, Hooke's law, and elasticity. These kind of questions were asked from the mechanical properties of solids. It's a small chapter. You can pay attention to this chapter as well. After this, if I see the pattern, electricity is the major part. In electricity you have to cover current electricity, capacitors, semiconductors, then mechanics as I told you, and then there are few other chapters also which you need to focus, like I've noticed: work, energy, power, friction, circular motion, gravitation, and SHM. These chapters are still important, like any question can come from, but majorly which I've seen is I've already told you. Optics was very easy, direct formula substitution. Okay, now if I talk about difficulty, so paper was not that difficult. Formula based, it was 45%, it was formula based. Conceptual 30% and numerical 20%, and a little 5% only you can say it is difficult. Okay, so instead of studying advanced derivations for hours, you just directly focus on formula, previous year, and NCERT is very important. Okay, so now if I only would have left with the 15 days, how would I study? This is my recommendation. If you guys want to follow up, you can. And so this is what I have thought. First, of course, I will dedicate my day 1 to 3 for current electricity. I will cover up all the topics, conceptual based kind of things from current electricity. Day 4th and 5th I will be devoting towards electrostatics. Okay, complete electrostatics. Day 6th and 7th will be of course about ray optics, and day 8th and 9th will be about mechanics. In mechanics I'll be studying friction, circular law, Newton's law, all these kind of things. But also not to forget that we should also study fluid properties wala chapter a little bit you should see. Then day 10th and 11th I'll give to work, energy, power, and gravitation, not deep diving, just if you can grasp some quick notes from anywhere. You guys can look here. And day 12 would be about SHM and waves. Then yeah, thermodynamics is also important. So day 13 I'll be devoting for thermodynamics and kinetic theory of gases. So coming to day 14, I will be going through semiconductor, EM waves, and if possible then communication systems. Day 15 would be about all the revision chapters. I'll go through the formula sheets and I'll also go through some mock revision and something like that. So based on the both of the shifts, if I had to predict the next paper, I would expect questions from definitely from current, electricity, capacitors, ray optics, laws of motion, work energy, power, mechanical properties, and also not to forget units and measurements, which you should always prepare at the last, because if you know all the formulas then it is easy to do it, right? So this is what I have analyzed. So if you found this analysis helpful, please like this video. Okay, it has actually taken a lot of time for me to analyze every question and then make the chart papers and everything so that it is easier for you. First I thought of uploading a reel, but then I analyzed the second shift and I was like, okay, this is quite different from what I expected from the first shift. Okay. And another thing about coming live nowadays, as you guys know, I have shifted and I'm still struggling with the Wi-Fi and everything. So many things were going on. I am so sorry I'm not able to come live daily, but I'm trying my best to come in routine first of all. And on the back side, I'm also preparing verbal reasoning, and I was trying to look something for maths and all. So physics, this I've analyzed. I'll try to come up live now every day almost. I'll tell you about the time. I'm not sure. I'm trying to wake up early in the morning first of all. Okay. So if that is possible, I'll do that. You guys can come live. And very important, if you guys want my quick notes, okay, you guys have to spam in the comments, and also we have to reach 200 subscribers. Once I hit 200 subscribers, I'll start posting my quick notes of physics and maths in the, I'm still thinking to upload community post or in the shorts. So wherever you want and wherever is convenient for you guys, you just let me know. I'll make a PDF or whatever, however format you want. Just let me know in the comments. And for any other help, you guys can contact me on Instagram, or the comment section is always open. Thank you. Bye bye. Subscribe to the channel.